Collins, author of Greater Thoughts, is also a motivational speaker and a mind coach, helping you to untrap your mind. In order to elevate your team, your organization, or your business, visit Robert Collins on theuntrappedmind.com or follow him on Instagram at Greater7Thoughts. That's greater, the number 7 thoughts. Robert Collins says, all success starts with a thought. Now turn that thought into action and go be great.
Above the noise of positivity reign. Each step I take, I conquer fear and pain. Greater thoughts echo through my mind. Uplifted I soar, leaving shadows behind. Each word I speak, transforming my fate. In this untrapped mind, I am truly great.
Good morning. It is your host, Mr. RC. Once again, you are tuned into the Greater Thoughts Morning Show. You tuned in to me this Thursday morning, and as I always tell you, I must tell you again, I don't want to ever make you, my beautiful listeners, feel as though I don't appreciate you, so I say it to you now, and I'll say it to you from now on. My gratitude is with you. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Greater Thoughts Morning Show. Your host, Mr. RC, and I bring them back in the building once again. Last time we talked about the surrogates, and we're going back to Surrogate Part 2. I got in the building my good friend, Dominique McFadden. What's up, Dominique?
What's good with you, Rob?
Oh, man, wonderful, bro, wonderful. How does it feel to be a little bit older? You had a birthday yesterday.
Hey, man, you know, God is good.
All the time.
That's it. All the time, God is good.
Amen. Listen, we thanking the Lord. And listen, I always talk about gratitude, and we're going to jump into the surrogate, but really, Dominique, with your birthday being yesterday,
yeah,
like, where's your gratitude right now? Where's that lie? Talk to me about that for a moment, if you will.
I think just the older I've gotten, every year, my gratitude is just to be able to open my eyes. Some people are like, oh, that ain't nothing, no, serious. You know, I've had a lot of, you know, sickness and different things in family in these age ranges. Every year that I open my eyes, every day I open my eyes, I'm good. You know, definitely once a birthday passes, I open my eyes, I'm able to move, you know, nothing crazy hurting other than, you know, the regular 40 stuff. I'm good, boss. Gratitude.
Yeah, and I also want to extend some gratitude to my 4 children and my wife. Mm-hmm. And I know you love to do the same with your children. It was Father's Day this past Sunday.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell you, for me, it's such a blessing to be married to a woman that has loved the child that I had before her, and then be a great mother to the other 3 that we have together.
That's big time too.
And you know, I don't talk about this much, but my oldest son was like, "Yeah, Daddy, marry her. I like her." And when I know there's a lot of people out here, and this leads into the surrogate, but I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna stay here for just a second. It's great when you have a relationship with someone and they treat your child that's from a previous relationship as if it was theirs before they even had a child.
You can't ask for nothing better, man.
Man, you know, I'm grateful. So to my beautiful wife, Angie, I love you, baby. Yep, I said that on the airways. You probably smiling ear to ear right now. Like, you never say nothing about me on the radio, but today you did. So yes. And then my children, my twins, their birthday was Father's Day.
That's right.
So happy birthday to my twins,
my people,
AJ and Skylar. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are going to be wonderful people in the society, and I'm excited to see what God births out of you too. And so I just want to say that. Father's Day, Dominique, how was your Father's Day?
Hey, man, it was good. Part of what we do on Father's Day, she leaves me alone and she takes care of everything. So I'm gratitude again. You talking about being married to someone. I appreciate being married to Marcella. Loves me through faults, through goodness, everything. Yeah, and loves and gave birth to those 2 beautiful kids of mine. They loved on me. Yeah, man, that's all Father's Day, give me love.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me chill, man.
That's it. And we would be remiss if we don't mention Big Walt, Dad. Thank you for being a wonderful father.
And Leonard Richardson, man, I greatly appreciate. The older I've gotten, the more I understand and I appreciate you.
Yes. So now, speaking of a woman treating a child like it's theirs, even though it's not, is what I said a minute ago, which makes me think about the surrogate.
That's right.
The reason that we going back to part 2 of the surrogate. I had a lot of comments and compliments about that episode, mainly from people that are in our age bracket.
Yeah.
And our age bracket, y'all, is in the 40 to 50 range. We ain't gonna go no further than
That's
that.
all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
That's it.
Right. But I had a lot of comments from people in that age range. And then I had a good amount of comments from people that are older. And so we're going to jump into that one. And I don't know, Dominique, but I might do a segment 3. Just telling you now, get ready. Might do a segment 3 for the thought process that and the comments that we heard from the younger people.
Okay.
But right now I want to just talk about the people that are in our generation and the ones before us, if we can stay in those lanes.
That's right.
If I find myself trickling out, because I could do that sometimes. Say, Rob, digress, bring it back.
I got you.
There is a Rachel Joy was on my show.
Okay.
And when she was on the show, she spoke about being in a relationship with a man who had multiple children when she didn't have any.
Okay.
And how to assimilate into that relationship where you're not stepping on toes, but you're still being a guiding light, a direction giver, and someone that's firm.
That's right.
With the children. And it makes me think about my own situation because I have a child from a previous marriage, right?
That's right.
And how many friends do we have, or how many people do we know who come from blended families?
That's right. We have a nice little crew around us.
Almost everybody you know comes from a family that the daddy got a kid somewhere else. Mama had a kid before daddy met him. Or now mom and dad are separated and they get both mama and daddy done had more kids. And so that brings every time more and more adults into the picture. And how are these adults showing up in the life of the children as a surrogate? So how do you feel when it comes down to your understanding or your thought process on I'm gonna say it this way, adding yourself into another person's life that the child doesn't belong to you?
Well, actually, speaking about Father's Day, my father got married. He got remarried, and my awesome, amazing stepmother, Wanda, she had a son herself, Ricky. So not only was it, I think they both had to take on that role. You got 2 kids, 2 boys joining together, living on the same household. He had no other siblings. I had one. So you have that going on. So now he's being introduced to having a brother that's older. Mama only had to deal with 1 child. Now she all of a sudden has 2. Father only had 1 child. Now all of a sudden he has 2. All that going all in together. And so I got to watch it. Again, it's one of those things, the older you get, the more you understand how those things work. I'm very appreciative of how things were, because again, the older I've gotten, I saw other households.
Come on, that's the part.
It did not work out the same way. My dad is still married today. I still have a good relationship with my stepbrother. I love my stepmother. That she is amazing, a caring individual. She just had a birthday not too long ago. She's amazing. So when it comes to that, I know it can be done. It's just a matter of the 2 people which are really willing to put into it.
I love how you said it can be done. what I come to learn and realize, and as you talk about, as we get older, just because you get older, y'all, don't mean you're maturing.
That's right.
It's a whole lot of folks out here that's older, but they're not mature.
Man.
So it takes the mature adult to understand the African proverb that started this whole conversation. It takes a village to raise a child, right?
That's right.
And so what we want to lean into is the fact that you as a listener have the ability to help raise up other children in your community.
That's right.
And they don't have to be yours.
Not at all.
And what I really want to say with that is pay attention to the children that are around your children. See, we're in an age group, Dominique, that is extremely influential to the next set of young parents.
That's right, man.
Because the reality of it is at our age, we're really starting to become grandparents.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's really scary because I remember the first time I met somebody that was a young grandparent. The brother turned 30. I was 31. He said he was a grandfather on that day.
Good.
So now that kid that was born is an adult, that's 18 years old.
Yep.
And we, as in our 40s, really need to be paying attention, because if we had children in our early 20s, or some of us in our late teens, those children are now having children.
That's right.
Good. And so we have to be the proponent that shows by action that it's important that we paying attention to the children our children are around, as well as showing the next generation how to parent.
That's right.
But not just in this vocal way.
Action.
Yeah.
And they're watching.
Always watching.
And they're watching.
We talk about Big Brother and the eye in the sky and flock cameras and all these different things that are watching. What about the two eyes of the human being that's watching you at all times?
That's right.
Whether you're smoking, whether you're drinking, whether you're cussing, whether you're speaking positivity, whether you're leading in the right direction, whether no matter what you're doing, there's always another human being that's watching you.
I noticed not too long ago that my son picked up on the fact that when we're walking in stores, he noticed that I hold if there's a young lady coming, he noticed that I hold the door. I saw him do it not too long ago, and it put a smile on my face. Right. It was cool. I was saying, okay, I'm doing something right. He ain't just picked that up out of nowhere. I know he's seen it, and I just smiled, shook my head, said, good job, and we went on about our business. But that's a good thing.
It is. And not only that, it's important for our daughters to see.
Yes.
It's important for our daughters to see. So men, make sure that you're emulating the person that you want your daughter to marry.
That's right.
You emulate the man that you want your daughter to what they say, why I always attract this type of person.
That's right.
Ain't that what they say?
Why I
always attract this type of person? Well, you attract this type of person because it's either in you in a sense of security or insecurity. Because you could attract a good person, right?
That's right.
But it also has a lot to do with what you've seen and what you've been around. And so when we talk about the surrogate, we want to make sure that you understand that what you're doing and in the form of action is being watched by the youth. The next generation is parenting.
That's right.
And then they can start saying or showing it, because then you can actually, then this is the good thing, right? And that's why I want to stay in this age range, is you can now communicate with them. Right. You know better because I know you've seen better.
That's right. Come on.
Because see, the surrogate don't only consider those kids.
They consider the whole situation.
I facilitate the Tuesday morning forum, Sarah Stevenson. And we had in there on this past Tuesday a couple of women talking about wills as well as trust.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna have an episode on that too. But we're talking about that. And the room is filled with people that are affluent, and most of them already have wills. They already have trust. They've been through some probate and things of that nature. But the young people, I didn't think about a will when I was 20.
No, the average young person
I didn't
don't.
think about a will when I was 25.
Mm-mm.
I didn't think about a will when I was 35. Let's just keep it honest.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
It wasn't until I was over 40 that I started actually paying attention to some of the things that I had acquired before I started thinking, well, what if something happened to me? Who this gonna go to?
Yeah. And that's
Oh.
probably the average.
Or the older person who give me comments like, man, Rob, I heard that show you talking about the surrogate. That was some good stuff you and Dominique was saying. But listen, we old now. We don't want to deal with them young folks. What you think about that mentality, Dominique?
Now, I probably could understand where they're going, but no, it's still time to play. You know, if you out and you crossing paths, you still should have a word to say, even if now I ain't saying that you need to bring them on over and not know that quick interaction. People are still watching. People still got an ear. Hi, good morning, young man. Good morning, young woman. You know, how you carry yourself. I remember some older guys, and I could tell you still to this day how they dressed, how they walked. Them jokers was smooth. And I'm talking about older gentlemen. And you know, you could tell they're not moving the way they used to, but the way they carried themselves, I paid attention to that. And I always say that when I get older, you know, the older I get, I will always want to carry myself as a man, you know, that whenever I come around and I turn that corner, some other young men are, hey man, Mr. Dominique, man, hey, he's a cool guy. So whenever I open my mouth, hopefully I gain, you know, a little earshot for a second.
I'm gonna tell you something. When you were saying that, Dominique, that really made me think. I'm hearing the voices of the people that I spoke to in the comments that they were saying, and they were saying things to me like, "Man, these young boys crazy. Man, you know they be 30-something years old. They still out here acting a fool. Man, and these are men talking to me.
Yeah,
Man, I don't say nothing to them young boys and just keep on walking, and they stay out my way and I stay out theirs. I don't need no trouble with no young boy, cause I ain't got time for that. We gonna make it real quick if they mess with me.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
understand the lingo,
I understand,
right? You know,
I know.
we speak what we understand what you put down, pops.
Yes, sir.
Grandpops.
I'm going that way.
That's right. Young boy need to go the other way before he gets something he wasn't prepared for from the old man.
That's right.
But I'm gonna tell you something that I really believe, and I hope you can resonate with this. The 60 plus person, because I ain't made it to the 60s. I ain't made it to the 50s yet.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to the 60 plus people that listen to my show and that may hear this show, your teaching of the youth, your being a surrogate, doesn't have to look or shouldn't even look like the person that's in the 40s.
No, it should.
But it can't leave us.
No, it can't. I believe that's a lot of issues today.
It can't leave us. And the one thing that we do so quickly is by visual, we'll write people off.
That's right.
He got dreads. His pants hanging down. Why she dressed like that? She's showing too much. Why her hair like that? We'll write off that person because of the visual. We know nothing about the pages of the book, but because the outside of the book is worn out, we don't want to see what ink has been laid on the white pages on the inside of that book.
That's right.
But the reality of it is that a brand new book that's clean, ain't nobody opening it to read it.
That's right.
The book that's been worn and the cover torn up, they done been through some things. That book's been, the pages have some substance in them.
That's right.
And so what we need to do is we need to open those books and read those books, because there's probably a page in there that's blank for you to write on,
That's right.
because that person needs you to write into their life. And so what I say is, don't leave that page blank that you couldn't see. Go and feed it, pour into that person, because it really starts in a way that we really don't realize, man. And I'm this is coming to me as I say it too.
Mhm.
It's no more than an old grandpa saying, "Hey, young man." That means the world to somebody.
Mm-hmm. I still like it. Like I told you, I dig it.
Just think about it. If a 75-year-old says, "Good morning, sir," to a 25-year-old kid, that 25-year-old kid not about to do anything rude, disrespectful, or ignorant.
Man, a lot of it cuts it out instantly.
It's a what they call it, a groundbreaker.
Yeah.
When we did sales together.
Yeah.
You're breaking the barrier. You
That's
can
all.
get the shoulders to lay down.
That's it.
For the women. Hey, darling, good morning. Or good afternoon, baby. You see my voice
That's
changed.
it changed.
Yeah.
But that to me, when I was younger, that would melt me.
Yeah.
To have an older person say something to me in that way, it'll melt me every single time.
I don't care how hood you are.
Mm-hmm.
The old person, you out there trapping.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know what trapping is, you out there trapping. That means hustling on the block.
Mm-hmm.
You out there trapping, and the old person walk through. Instead of them walking all the way around, acting like they're scared and moving away, if they were to walk through and say, "Excuse me, young gentleman," they're not going to do anything but respect you.
That's right. T.I. even said, "You ain't got to walk through the hood without speaking." I'm just doing my job. That's it. I'm a T.I. fan. That's one of his things.
I'm a Tip fan too.
Yeah.
But to the older people, the pouring in can't just be into the generation behind you, which is us.
Yeah.
It's got to go down further.
Just let it
We
flow.
can't, as in our generation, we can't just only pour into the generation that's right behind us. We got to pour into the generation before that.
Yeah.
We have to start in our community getting back to where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care your nationality. This is a problem that's going on everywhere.
Everywhere.
Sector. We say it all the time. We black, we talk black.
Yeah.
But this has nothing to do with whether you're black, white, Mexican, Jewish, Puerto Rican. I don't care where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a difference in the sense of pouring into the next generation and then the generation after that, because we need to make sure that we get the issues with this as the episode, the psychosis in the city. We need to be focusing on helping remove the psychosis in the city.
That's right.
We need to be helping remove tent cities from all the big cities in this country.
Come on.
We need to be focused on help our children. How about that? We need to be focused on our children helping their friends by what it is that they see. What you think of that, Dominique?
Oh yeah, I'm a big proponent on that. I tell my kids all the time, when y'all go out, always remember the household that you come from. And some people may not come from the same type of environment that you come from. You never know what kind of light you can show them. You never know. It can be something simple. How you go about eating, or that you how you clean up after yourself. You never know what a person might be lacking, but somebody's watching, and whatever kind of light that you can shine onto your friends, shoot, they might be able to put something on you. You never know. You never know. They might come from an environment, they might be able to put something in your head that you might have needed to know. And y'all, this is just sharing, man. Sharing with each other.
Yeah, it's important that the things that we share are things that can take us to the next place.
That's right.
We We need to start sharing prayers more often.
Mm.
We need to start sharing positive affirmations with each other more often. We need to start encouraging each other to encourage each other.
I like that.
I mean, how often do how often do people say, I was encouraging so and so? But are you encouraging so and so to encourage somebody else? Or does it just stop with your encouragement?
Mm-hmm.
Because how do we grow and how do we get each other to be, or to decide, that's a better way. And tell me your thoughts on this. How do we get each other to say, I'm a surrogate to all these kids in the neighborhood, but I'm telling you about it, but I'm okay with you not doing it?
I'm not all right with it. I just think you just need to make sure that you, and I'm gonna go back to that light. Make sure that you let your light shine. Period. Don't block it. Don't stop it for these people. Let it shine. Period. If you got something that people need to know, people need to follow, walk outside and let that light shine. Don't dim it for nobody. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna do it over here, but over here, nah. No, everybody needs to. You don't know what shining that light over there is gonna do. You don't know. You don't know what these gentlemen, or that young lady, might end up all because she saw or he saw what you had. You know what I'm saying? What you had to show, how you went about something. You never know, man. I tell people, you never know who's watching, who's listening. You think young, old, oh, they didn't pay no attention. You never know. Later on, somebody coming up to you, shaking your hand. Hey, I remember when you did such and such, such, such. And you might not even remember, but they telling you, I remember when you did such and such, such. Man, that changed my life. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get those situations to happen. I'm not saying that I'm out here actively, searching for nothing, but no, I want to be a light to the neighborhood. I told you about the young man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I see him more often. I have more interactions with him, and it's made me step up my game to some of the other young men that are in the neighborhood. They come to the yard to play basketball. I got another kid that's coming to the yard to play basketball more often.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And you know what? You threw that out there. That's good. Because see, what happens is, because of your opening up with that one kid, he now tells the other kid that didn't know that they could come over there.
Yep.
And now he can get some of that.
That's right.
You could write on the blank pages of his book.
That's right.
Just because the cover looked rough, don't mean that all the pages are full. It's some pages that need to be filled in.
That's right.
And so what we're encouraging you today is to fill in some pages in some people's books.
That's nice, Rob.
And that's what we need to do. Nice. We got to encourage each other. At the end of the day, the surrogate is all about encouragement.
That's it.
The word tells us more than anything else to fear not. And so what I want to say to the listener today is to fear not encouraging others that you don't know. Because the surrogate can't stop with just the people you do know.
That's right.
Because then who are you surrogate to? I'm just going to take care of my family. Nah. I'm just going to take care of the ones I know.
You ain't changing that out here.
No, they're going to be the one to go change because they see that what you did wasn't nothing but just for them. Mm. And it can go beyond that. You mentioned that. And that's where I got it from. Just paying attention to your words, Dominique, and listening. This is a jewel for y'all. When people speak to you, stop listening to respond. Listen for the deeper meaning. So when you're out there being the surrogate to whomever, make sure that you're receiving what they're saying so that you can take it and then build off of it for not just them, but for yourself and for the others to come. See, before we leave, I got to remind you one thing.
What's that?
all success starts with a thought. You got to take your thoughts, turn them into action, and go be great. We're going to come back with Surrogate Part 3 because we just don't have enough time in these segments to really get too deep like I really want to. But I want you guys to go out and take the day to speak to someone that you would not have spoken to. Tell them, hello, young man. Tell them, hello, young lady. Speak to them. And you know, some of y'all like to use the word sir and ma'am. Use that with a kid and watch the surprise that they give you.
Boy.
Have a wonderful Thursday. God bless. We'll see you next Thursday, same time.
That's right.
In the mirror, face the truth, I see the shadows play. This was about pushing my dreams away. Worries creeping, got me feeling so confined. But in this journey, I'm crafting a stronger mind. Rise above the noise, let positivity reign. Each step I take, I conquer fear and pain. Greater thoughts echo through my mind. Uplifted, I soar, leaving shadows behind. Each word I speak, transforming my fate. In this untrapped mind, I am truly great.